We are at the site for the new law enforcement center that's being built here in Woodbury County at 3701 28th Street. We're out here today to give you folks an opportunity to see firsthand what's happening right here on the site. And obviously we've got a lot of things that are happening right now. We're very, very close to having all of the footings in the ground for every part of the building. We have precast panels coming in from Sioux Falls. They were built in the factory up there, Gage Brothers in Sioux Falls. Those panels are being put up. As you can see behind me right now, there are a number of them in place, and again, we have one coming in on a truck, but apparently it's running a little bit late today, so we wanted you to be able to see that. But we have precast panels coming in. Off to my right over here, we have concrete block going up, so that's part of the exterior walls. A lot of the exterior walls will be the precast panels that are coming in from Sioux Falls. And they were, as I said, built in a factory up there. When they actually come in, all of the design, all of the color, everything will be there. Those panels will go in place and the exterior walls will be up, and we'll move forward from there.
And so what is a precast panel exactly?
It's actually a concrete panel that is put together in that factory up there. And for example, exterior wall panels actually have a layer of concrete, then they have a layer of insulation, styrofoam type insulation, and then another layer of concrete for the inside of the wall. So that wall actually is more than a foot thick when it arrives here, and is set in place. And as I said a little bit ago, we're very, very close to having all of the footings in for all the foundation work. So those walls actually will set on the footings and be the exterior walls of the facility.
Construction still on schedule. Last we heard that it was opening in June 2023.
We are now looking at a projected date of about a year from right now because of supplies and some of the weather issues. I showed you earlier some of the pictures out here when we had the hard rainstorm a couple weeks ago. Some of those things slow us down and get in our way, but as of right now, we're looking at approximately 1 year from right now for completion.
Late August?
Yes.
How about cost? Because that's a big concern of the citizens. So what's the initial budget? Where are we at now?
Well, where we're at right now is that with the hard cost and the soft costs, we're actually looking at something in the $69 million area. And that's up considerably. We're up about $14 million from what we originally looked at the cost being. But because of construction costs and material costs and everything else, that's had to be adjusted.
What specifically has been kind of hit by inflation? Is it certain types of materials that you're using out here that are coming in?
Most all of the material, right down to the steel that we're using in the concrete and the steel pieces. There's been an issue recently of availability for the type of concrete material that we need, and the concrete supplier, local concrete supplier, doing a good job of making that correction and making that work better. But about everything that we touch, we're talking about AV, we're talking about audio-visual components for the building, for the sheriff's office, and for the courtrooms and so forth, and all of that's currently being just from one day to the next. So we're doing everything we can to get everything bottom lined and get it ordered so that, like I said, we're looking at approximately a year from now, and some of the things that we're ordering now, they're telling us could take 6 months to a year to actually get.
And do you still need additional funding, or is this fully funded?
No, as of right now, we're in good shape on where we're at on money.
What, with the rising costs, I'm sure the natural follow-up question to that is, what amount of money would it take? Say you need more than 14 million, is it 50 million, 60 million? When would you need more funding?
When would we need more funding?
Yes.
We wouldn't know that until something came along. As of right now, everything that we've got in place, we think we're good with on the money. So if something would change, we'd have a new COVID come along or something like that we can't foresee, that could change. But as of right now, we're in good shape on money.
What are we looking at actually out here that's up so far? So just give us a lay of the land.
All right, so what we're looking at is right behind me, you see the tall area there. That's actually the core or the center part of the actual jail facility itself. And if you look over my right shoulder over here, you see the concrete block and the scaffolding and so forth. That's actually the northeast corner of the Sheriff's Department in that part of the building. And off directly to my south or the right here, we're looking at, you can see that there's a relief areas cut in the soil there. That actually will be the Sallyport area. So that will be the area where the police department and the sheriff's department will bring someone to that they have arrested, and they will actually be taken into that part of the building and removed from the vehicle, then taken inside into the booking area and be processed from there.
And how many people will this facility be able to hold?
This facility will hold 448 people as it's being built right now.
And is that typical for one of these, or is this a little bit higher than average?
I'm not exactly sure what you're asking with typical. What that would actually do, I don't have the exact number of the inmates that are in the Woodbury County Jail right now. I don't check on that daily, but that number is usually around 235. So this would give additional space, and this is something we talked about during the referendum. This will give us additional space to potentially rent space to the federal government for inmates that they are looking to house. And that's all up to the Sheriff's Department. The Sheriff's Department would be doing that negotiation. I don't have anything to do with that. We're simply working with the building.
Yeah, what's been the biggest challenge so far with building the jail?
Early on with the COVID, we actually, with the changing in construction materials cost and that sort of thing, that's always been a big challenge. One of the things that we're able to do is our cells are all built. They are made out of metal, and they are built and setting north of Atlanta right now, waiting to be shipped to the facility. And so we're probably looking, based on a meeting that I was in a little before we were standing here talking, probably looking at something maybe in the middle of October when those cells will start arriving. But the actual jail part of the facility has to be up. There will be holes left in the north and south wall of that facility. When those cells arrive on trucks, then they will be lifted in through those openings and put into the first or second floor of the building, wherever they're supposed to go to.
So you get to spend a lot of time out here checking on the progress and whatnot. How does it feel to see the walls going up and the progress?
I can't tell you the change that's happening now. I mean, we've been through all of the basic process, like I said a little bit ago. We're very, very close to having all the footings in and all of the underground electrical and plumbing and that sort of thing. And so that has been a process, but it all has to be done and done correctly. And so the great part about this is that is all pretty much in place. And so now we're going to see that building start up, if you will, if that makes any sense, you can kind of see things going together, which we've been waiting for a long time.
Must feel nice.
Yes, without a doubt. It's awesome to see the building actually start becoming a building, if you will.
And this is more than a jail, right? I think that's kind of a misconception. So what else is going to be in here?
Yeah, it goes way beyond that. For example, as I already mentioned, the Sheriff's Department obviously will be here. They manage the jail, and the entire department will be here. We'll actually have 4 courtrooms. So criminal trials will be held here at the Law Enforcement Center, and the Woodbury County the county attorney's office will be here, and there will be an office here also for the city attorney. So the actual criminal court process will be in place here and will actually take place on the grounds that we're standing on.
And mental health, can you tell us about that?
Yes, there is provision in the booking area of the Sheriff's Department where we actually have 6 cells that are designed for mental health issues. So during intake, and they can assess the needs and of the individual and do a lot better job than what they're able to do right now. They really have nothing other than if there's a serious situation, the individual has to be taken to one of the hospitals, and the Sheriff's Department has to have someone there, obviously, sitting with or guarding that individual while it's there in the hospital.
Of the 59 million used, how much of that was COVID funds?
The 69 million is the total on it, yeah. And as of right now, we're setting in the range of about 14 million, a little over 14 million. That's actually COVID money. So that's the actual increase from what we originally talked about and where we're at today with increase in costs.
So the difference has been covered by COVID funds.
Yes, that's correct. Yep.
And then the other funds, is that all from the referendum?
Yes, the balance of it is from the referendum. Yes, that's correct.
Perfect. I just want to clarify.
No.
that.
Yeah, no, that's
Good.
fine.
Is there anything else you'd like to add or touch on?
No, other than I appreciate you being here, and I say that for the people of Woodbury County. It gives the people of Woodbury County a lot better image of what's going on. Yeah, they can drive by on 28th Street and look up here and see something's going on, but you folks being here gives them a lot better shot of what's going on, and I appreciate that, and we'll try to do this again.